about you being a doctor, and they treat us differently, don't they? I mean, they
I do.
treated you differently than they would have. I imagine, I mean, I've been in pediatrics. I feel like you would not have said, Mom, do you want to come on rounds with us in that same type of way that they did with you? And and then it ends up putting so much pressure because they feel like you should be the one to make the decision.
It does.
And
It
they
does.
yeah, I don't like the way they people do that. I always feel like I always, whenever I talk to a physician family, I always make a point to talk to them exactly the same way that I do everybody else. And if they want me to change, that's okay. But I feel like it's better than to have these expectations that, well, you should know more and you should somehow make this decision. And because you're not a pediatric ICU doctor, right?
No,
That's not what you do. And to put those type of things on you is a lot to do. I mean, I
it
appreciate
was.
the reasoning behind it, but it's a lot to put on you.
Oh, it was. But I know if anyone was gonna make that call, it was gonna have to be me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as like you said, as much of a spitfire as Zoe was, and as young as
Yeah.
she was, I couldn't I wouldn't put her through that because I know her quality of life just she could have been dependent on machines for the rest of her life. And
Yeah.
I couldn't I wouldn't be able to live to see that. And it's if there was a fighting chance and we waited I feel like we waited about a good 10-11 hours from when
Yeah.
she arrived in the ER to when they called the code. So I felt like I waited long enough and I put her through enough.
Yeah. You gave her every chance you could have. That's for sure. Yeah.
Because I was afraid and worried about the guilt, right? We know that guilt happens with,
Yeah.
especially even worse so being a physician. What
Yeah.
could I have done? What could I have, you know,
Mm-hmm.
why did this have to happen? I should have known my pediatric advanced life support, which as an endocrinologist, I don't remember, but I
Oh.
I thought about everything through and through, and everything that should have been done was done.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I've never known somebody who, or knew of someone who knew somebody that passed away on their birthday. So
Yeah.
for me, it was like, wow, it was meant to be. She made a full circle.